Hey, welcome back to YNR Update. We're going to jump right into the last episode. First, we see Abby. Now, she's talking to Dylan, and she lets it slip that she's in danger. Now, there was Stitch at the time, and Dylan starts pressing because he knows what happened with Sharon. And you know Abby, she can't keep a secret, so what does she do? She blabs the whole thing about all the messages, the fact that Austin was murdered. So now we've got Stitch working together with Dylan, and these guys are trying to find out what happened. Other stuff goes down. Of course, Ashley shows up and she finds out that, Stitch spilled the beans about her affair to, her daughter. So it's now out. And she starts questioning Abby because she thinks that Abby's got feelings for Stitch. So there's I don't know if this is, it's not even a triangle, it's going to be a quadrangle. So we don't know what's going to happen with that. And next we get back to Sharon and her threat. Now everybody wants to know what happened because this is a long time ago. I'm like searching my brain and I'm not sure I remember. The way it turns out, Sharon was at a party and Nick didn't know. This is a party that Nick had at his place. Everyone was getting drunk. The two of them had just broken up. He started hooking up with this girl, Sandra Allen, and I guess Sharon said that she crept around the whole time without being seen. Now they ended up at the pool. This girl was a Olympic caliber diver at the time. She was in high school, and I guess Nick had dared her to jump into the pool and do a high dive. So she did the dive, and she got hurt. So she ended up breaking her neck, which is what Sharon was referring to. So what Sharon recalls is that Victor swooped in and his people sort of swept the whole thing away. They paid for this girl to go to school after she recovered, actually paid for her whole family to go through, and she was never the same. And this is the secret that she is now holding over Nick. So with this blackmail in place, she says that she wants more access to her daughter. So what happens? Begrudgingly, she gets her way. Nick goes to Avery and says that he wants to change the custody arrangement so that Sharon can have at least one set day a week with Faith. So it is definitely having an effect on Nick. Dylan goes back to Sharon and he tells her that he's got knowledge of these messages and the fact that she's in danger and that he wants to help. So what does he do? He offers to stay one night to help protect her against this threat. So we know something is going on. I mean, he wants to keep her safe. He's having trouble with Avery. You can guess what's coming. We also see Phyllis, and Phyllis finds out from Avery that she's working with Joe, and she cautions her against working with her ex. She also reveals that her and Jack are going away to get married, and that. But then Avery thinks about Gabe, and she lets her know that something's definitely off with this Gabe guy because she's just met him. The signatures don't line up, and Jack shows up, and he knows that Avery lets him know that this guy is off. So Jack runs over to Gabe / Adam and he tells him, I mean, you're slipping. People are starting to figure things out. So you've got to stick with the character or you're going to blow the whole thing. So Gabe agrees and he doesn't want to be found out. Adam doesn't want to be found out. So he agrees to go along with this. Next we see Phyllis, and I guess they're going back to what we used to have with Michelle Stafford. Used to see her back in the day in a lot of lingerie, a lot of seductions. So she seduces Jack in his office. So it's sort of getting back to the old Phyllis. We also see Chelsea, and she admits to Gabe that she isn't over Adam, and she thinks about him all the time now. Obviously, Gabe loves this. Next, we see Billy, and he's talking to Jack, and he admits that he's got some doubt about the upcoming nuptials, and he admits he's in it for the wrong reasons. He's definitely worried about Gabe. So what do we get? We get him and we get Chelsea. We get the two of them together, and what do they say? I think we should call the wedding off. So now we know that's going down. Both of them have admitted that that they're going into it for the wrong reasons, so the wedding's been put off, and obviously this is a reprieve for Gabe. And we see Adam as well, / Gabe, in the next scene, and he's spending time with his son, Connor. He's apparently let the nanny go and he in order to spend time with his son, and he makes some promises to him that he'll be there to look out for him and he'll try and get his family back together. So a little bit of foreshadowing, I'm sure. We also see Billy and Gabe run into each other, and things get heated because Billy is asking Gabe, like, flat out, did your car run out of gas, or is this something set up? Obviously, Gabe doesn't answer it, and then Billy goes about trashing Adam, and obviously it's hard for Adam to hear this being disguised as Gabe, so he sticks up for him. It's a brief encounter, and then they sort of go their own way. All right, next we see Ashley, and Ashley runs into Victor, and she's sort of gloating a bit because she wants to tell him that Hex is a hit. We also see her let Victoria know that Victor has made an offer for Jabot, and which Vicky seems surprised. I mean, she knew that Victor was sniffing around, but I guess she didn't know he was about to make an offer. We also see Vicky going to the hotel, and she's looking for Stitch, and she overhears Ashley and Abby arguing, and lets herself in, and has a few questions as to why they're arguing, and they sort of say that it's about business, and they get out of there. And the last thing we see is Victor meeting with his secret contact. So you're really getting curious as to what's going on with Victor and who he's meeting with. I think the next episode is going to be even more amped up based on the previews. I want to thank you guys all for checking out YNR Update. I'll talk to you soon. Don't forget, subscribe and share. Thank you. Have a great day.